KHKJM News with Hunter Klein and Josh Micron as your favorite news anchors.
Today we were talking about whether high school should be started later or earlier, preferably later. Most high schools begin their day around 7:30 a.m., which leaves many teenagers falling asleep in the morning. At least 20% of the high school students fall asleep in class on a typical day. The problem, teenagers need about 9 hours of sleep each night, many experts say. Some of them are not getting enough. According to a survey that we have taken, 16 students that we surveyed have said that they do need more sleep, and 6 have said that they do not. And 13 of those students said that it would improve their grades, and the other 9 said that they do not believe it would. To help sleepy teens, some school districts have tried to lengthen the opening of the high school day. Educational researcher Kayla Wallstrom from the University of Minnesota has been researching and tracking the effect on schools and students in districts that start later. The Minneapolis School District, for example, changed the start time from 7:20 to 8:40 a.m., giving its 12,000 high schoolers an extra hour and 20 minutes each morning. Wallstrom believes that the students have benefited from that change.
Students reported less depression when there was a later starting time, she says. And teachers reported that students were more alert and ready for learning. Many parents reported that their children were easier to live with because of their emotions being more regular as a result of this. Also, Wallstrom found a decrease in the number of students who were dropping out of school or moving to different high schools. According to the National Sleep Foundation, or NSF for short, more than 80 school districts in the United States have made the change to start their high school days later. These districts range from large urban school districts such as Minneapolis and Denver to suburban districts such as Jessamine County, which is in central Kentucky. In Jessamine County, detailed discussions about starting high school times later took place over a 1.5 year long period. All stakeholders, including the teachers, kids, parents, and coaches, all the way to transportation directors, were included in the discussion. Eventually, a plan was created. The district decided to change the start time from elementary schools with the start time for high schools. Research shows that young children aren't sleepy in the morning. The opposite applies for teenagers, which include high school students. Then in 2003, Jessamine County High School started 50 minutes later. The school district supervisor, Lou Young, says the change has had a big impact at the high schools. We found that our students were more on time and in better attendance first period than they have been in the past, she says. Josh?
For many school districts, a major obstacle in changing their start time is the cost and the scheduling of the buses. Some districts, however, have changed their bus schedules without any additional expenses. For instance, the West Des Moines School District in Iowa was able to reduce the number of buses that were needed by changing the start time of all 3 tiers of schools, meaning high school, middle schools, and elementary schools. Kay Roseanne, Director of Community Relations at the West Des Moines School District, says that the switch gave the district a windfall of about $700,000 annually. She also adds that the potential savings was appealing to the school community, and she, quote, that it meant that other potential cuts in programming or curriculum offerings would not occur.
Another challenge some school districts grapple with is the concern that after-school sports schedules would be affected by starting high school later. This was a central worry at the Matomedy School District in Minnesota, but a solution was found, says Superintendent Mark Wallach. The high school students agreed to shorten the number of minutes they take to get from one class to another, a delay called passing time. The result was that the high schoolers could start school later, but end their school day at about the same time without disrupting the athletic schedule. Since 2005, first bell for the students has been 35 minutes later. Wallach says parents were surveyed, and they overwhelmingly endorsed the decision 5-1.
Wallach adds that teachers especially wanted a change because they were concerned about student attendance and student readiness to learn in the first period of the day. Also, some of the teachers could have been really lazy. One of the anecdotal findings was that we noticed better attendance and less student sleeping in the first hour of class, says Wallach. Research on sleep needs of adolescents and their ability to pay attention and learn in the early morning hours supports her observations. All proves true that more sleep will help teens achieve better grades and that they will overall do better and better in school. This has been an end of the KHJM News special report. Thank you, and we're going to leave you with a quote from your beloved Benjamin Franklin. Early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Good night.